Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. Yeah, as on the Bitcoin chart, the daily time frame hasn't changed at all over the recent weeks and months really. So we are still stuck in this sideways range, not very exciting price action. I think in the current situation it's just best not to get too bullish too early. Yeah, I mean with regards to moving, for example, to $3,000 to $4,000. As always, we want to follow a certain process. And we need to see those 5 waves up in the white wave count and 3 waves down to get confirmation that we're really getting into the next stage of the bull run here. Obviously, you can argue, okay, is the bull run already starting or not? I mean, the Ether chart and price obviously doubled, similar to Bitcoin's. Yes, some of it was lost again, in the price drop, but still, is it a bear market if the prices double? I don't know. That's, obviously to a degree subjective, but normally it isn't. But anyway, what I want to emphasize is that if we get that setup, 5 waves up, 3 waves down, then we should get into that 3rd wave rally. But we're not there yet. And first of all, it's all about getting there. And then when we see that setup, then we've got it. Until then, we haven't got a setup. This is just a sideways range. Okay, we still give our best to label the micro counts and give you resistance, but it's just still quite messy, especially the ETH chart. Especially if we look at the latest price action here that occurred throughout the last few days. I mean, complete contrast basically between Bitcoin and Ethereum, which starts to make sense if you understand the ETH BTC chart that we cover as well. But the move down was very weak. I mean, we didn't even get a decent wave 2. We didn't even get that. So the yellow wave count is still the preferred one. And, I don't like the idea of such a weak wave 2. We would therefore already be in the 3rd wave to the downside here, to round about 1450 next. Circle wave 3. But within that circle wave 3, we have 5 waves down. I just don't like what I see here. It's a little bit unclear, therefore I just leave the resistance where it is. It's an imperfect structure, so we shouldn't try to label it perfectly on the microstructure, on the micro count. In these instances, it is important to remain zoomed out a little bit. This can be a lot of stuff, this microstructure. So I still primarily watch for lower prices against resistance of 1726. Just not clear, the microstructure, so I'm watching regardless for a potential bounce like Bitcoin is doing it. Next, micro resistance is of course what I have labeled here as circle wave 2. So 1 second. So micro resistance is here around 1655. So as long as that level isn't broken, I mean, we can move more directly to the downside in circle wave 3. But for me, that's not a 5 wave move to the downside. It's a little unclear. And therefore, I want to keep the door open to the idea that maybe circle wave 2 never finished. And then resistance at 1726 remains relevant. It would not make any change to the scenario. And only really if we see a break above resistance at 1726, we can focus more on the white wave count. So there isn't really much more to add since yesterday. I always like to see a healthy wave 2. So yellow wave 2 ideally would have been a bit more healthy, like Bitcoin's. Would have been good to give some of the bullish, let's say the bullish power that Bitcoin had yesterday when it moved into the resistance area, to give some of that over to ETH. So to get a bit more balanced view. So at the moment, it's not necessarily the problem that Bitcoin and Ether are slightly decoupled on the lower time frames. The problem is more that I do not recognize a very clear and reliable structure. So we have to leave any more micro counts off the chart. Bitcoin, I could show you another 1-2 setup. Okay, Ether just doesn't give me that confidence. So I want to keep the door open to the scenario that we still get a higher circle wave 2 before continuing the pathway to the downside. That's my update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. If you're interested in the membership, the link is in the description. You get access to a weekly live stream. The next one is on Sunday. You get access to Telegram and Discord access. There's a lot of educational content that we continuously update. And as a gold member, you get access to additional short-term market updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.